High above the clouds, Leah stood at the edge of her floating island home, her teal hair dancing in the breeze. She gazed at the countless islands dotting the sky like stepping stones, wondering what adventures awaited her today. Her violet eyes sparkled with excitement as she sensed a new presence approaching. A flash of orange caught her attention as Bingo bounced across the crystal bridge connecting their islands. His oversized red sneakers made squeaking sounds with each step, and his curly hair bobbed up and down. Suddenly, he stumbled, and in his panic, accidentally duplicated himself into 3 Bingos. Elder Haunt materialized beside them, his wispy form glowing softly in the morning light. "I sense a disturbance in the floating islands," he communicated telepathically. "Strange objects have been appearing and disappearing across our realm." The ghost's silver eyes flickered with concern as he shared ancient memories of similar occurrences. Leah closed her eyes, using her mind-reading ability to scan the nearby islands. She detected an unfamiliar presence, someone with thoughts unlike any she had encountered before. Her freckled face scrunched in concentration as she tried to understand the strange patterns. Xylax emerged from behind a floating crystal, his blue-green skin sparkling in the sunlight. The rings on his silver jumpsuit pulsed with curious yellow light as he observed the 3 identical Bingos. He raised his tentacle-like appendages in greeting, accidentally duplicating a nearby flower in his excitement. Bingo's duplicates began playing tag around the floating island, their laughter echoing through the air. One clone jumped too far and nearly fell, but quickly grabbed onto a vine hanging from the island's edge. The original Bingo's green eyes widened in concern as he watched his duplicate dangle precariously. Elder Haunt and Xylax worked together, combining their abilities to create a safety net of duplicated cloud wisps. The ghost's ethereal form weaved through the mist, directing the aliens' duplication power to strengthen their creation. Glowing particles danced around them as they worked. Leah reached out with her mind, connecting with all 3 Bingos at once. Her silver-starred dress shimmered as she helped them coordinate their movements to climb back to safety. She could feel their mixed emotions of fear and excitement swirling in their thoughts. The floating islands began to shift mysteriously, creating new paths and bridges between them. Xylax's jumpsuit rings flashed with rainbow colors as he studied the phenomenon. His golden eyes reflected the moving landscapes, while he documented everything in his alien database. Bingo finally managed to merge his duplicates back into one, his freckled face flushed from the excitement. He adjusted his yellow-striped shirt and grinned, proud of learning to control his power better. The remaining echo of laughter from his duplicates faded into the clouds. Elder Haunt's form grew brighter as he shared a vision of the island's ancient past. The children watched in awe as ghostly images showed how the floating realm came to be, with shimmering pathways connecting all the magical inhabitants through space and time. A mysterious rumble shook the islands, and suddenly new, unknown islands appeared in the distance. Xylax's duplicated objects began floating upward, while Bingo felt his duplication power growing stronger. Something was changing in the magical realm of the floating islands, and their adventure was just beginning. Leah sat cross-legged on her favorite floating island, her turquoise dress spread around her like petals. She concentrated hard, trying to read the thoughts of the mysterious new islands that had appeared. Strange whispers tickled the edges of her mind. Bingo bounced excitedly between the crystal bridges, his orange curls wild in the wind. He accidentally created 5 duplicates of himself when he spotted something shiny floating in the distance. Each copy pointed in a different direction, creating a comic scene of confusion. Elder Haunt drifted through the misty morning air, his silvery form pulsing with concern. He sensed an ancient magic stirring within the new islands, one that reminded him of stories from thousands of years ago. His ghostly robes swirled as he observed the changing landscape. Laya's violet eyes widened as she finally caught clear thoughts from one of the new islands. She could sense something living inside them, something that needed help. Her freckles seemed to glow as she focused harder on the distant messages. Xylax hovered near a crystal formation, his golden eyes analyzing the strange energy patterns. His jumpsuit rings shifted to a deep purple as he discovered that the new islands were actually ancient space vessels transformed by centuries of magical energy. Bingo and his duplicates formed a chain across the gap between islands, working together to reach a floating piece of stardust. His green eyes sparkled with determination as he stretched toward the mysterious object. Elderhaunt and Xylax combined their knowledge, comparing the ghost's ancient memories with the alien's scientific readings. The ghost's form brightened with recognition as Xylax's calculations confirmed his suspicions about the island's origins. Leah stood at the edge of her island, her teal hair whipping in the increasingly strong winds. She reached out with her mind, trying to establish a clearer connection with the consciousness she had sensed within the new islands. The stardust Bingo had collected began to glow, creating copies of itself until the air was filled with twinkling lights. His duplicates merged back into one as he watched the spectacular light show above their heads. Xylax's tentacle-like appendages moved rapidly as he documented the transformation happening around them. The rings on his jumpsuit flashed in sequence, recording the magical frequency of the stardust multiplication. Elderhaunt's ethereal form expanded, creating a protective dome around the children as the magical energy intensified. His silver eyes gleamed with ancient wisdom as he prepared to share a crucial revelation about their floating world. The multiplying stardust began swirling together, forming a bridge of light toward the mysterious new islands. The combined powers of mind reading and duplication would be needed for what awaited them on the other side. Leah stepped onto the bridge of stardust, her silver sandals leaving sparkles with each step. Using her mind-reading ability, she could now clearly understand the message from the mysterious islands. They were ancient guardians of the sky realm, awakened from a long slumber. Bingo followed close behind, his red sneakers bouncing on the magical bridge. He created 3 duplicates to help gather the remaining floating stardust pieces, which were key to fully awakening the Guardian Islands. Elderhaunt revealed that centuries ago, the Guardian Islands protected the balance of magic in their floating world. His ghostly form glowed brighter as he explained how the children's unique abilities were chosen specifically for this moment. Leah's violet eyes sparkled as she used her mind-reading power to sync with the Guardian Island's ancient consciousness. Her teal hair glowed with magical energy as she helped them remember their purpose. Xylax's jumpsuit rings pulsed with brilliant colors as he used his duplication power to multiply the awakening energy across all the islands. His golden eyes shone with joy as he witnessed the floating realm coming back to life. Bingo and his duplicates danced around the central island, their combined laughter activating the final pieces of stardust. His orange curls bobbed as he merged back into one, proud of how well he had mastered his ability. Elderhaunt and Xylax worked together one last time, the ghost's wisdom guiding the alien's power to restore the ancient protective barriers between the islands. The realm filled with a warm, peaceful light. Leah shared the Guardian Island's gratitude with everyone through her mind-reading connection. Her turquoise dress swirled in the gentle magical breeze as balance was restored to their floating world. The crystal bridges between islands grew stronger, glowing with renewed energy. The Guardian Islands settled into their rightful places, creating a perfect harmony in the sky. Xylax recorded the historic moment in his alien archives. Bingo took a final celebratory bounce around their home island, his freckled face beaming with pride. His oversized sneakers left tiny sparkles of joy wherever he stepped, a gift from the grateful Guardian Islands. Elderhaunt's form radiated contentment as he watched their floating realm return to its full glory. The ancient magic now flowed freely through all the islands, stronger than ever, thanks to the children's help. As the sun set on their magical adventure, the 4 friends gathered on their favorite island, surrounded by the peaceful glow of their restored home. The floating islands would forever be protected by their special abilities and unbreakable friendship.
Minitale.